Reality is the dream world is not the real world, and even though we have all of the tools, life is gonna surprise you. When I felt the lowest in my life, it was very challenging, very, very challenging. It happened once and it never happened again, but that lesson put me where I am today.
Meet Maria Tzu, a woman who went from making lollipops as a child in Mexico to building a multi-income life across Dubai, Canada, and Bali. In our conversation, we talk about the invisible cost of being the good girl, of outgrowing expectations, cultures, and comfort zones. We talk about the pain of letting go, of careers, people, and safety, the silent heartbreaks that shaped her, and the inner strength it takes to rise when nobody's clapping. In this episode, Maria shares how she rebuilt herself through failure, faith, and the courage to finally play bigger. Tune in and subscribe if you're ready to stop shrinking and start becoming.
Standing up again and again and again. And if you're dying inside, doesn't matter, just fake it. Go ahead, face the world. And number 3, really do what you're meant to do for fun because you like things that you're doing. Don't think about the money will come anyway.
Maria, from Mexico through Canada to Dubai, you own a few properties that you run, you have a lifestyle brand business, and you're a book author. So can you tell me how and when your entrepreneurial journey began?
The entrepreneurial journey was always there. I think I was maybe 5-6 years old, and then I felt like I had to earn some money because I was shy to ask my parents. So I started making lollipops with this Kool-Aid, putting it in the freezer, and my neighbors wanted to buy the lollipops. And I was so happy when they pay me, and when I give them the lollipop, and they was like, oh, so yummy. But my mom didn't like it because I was opening the freezer too often. She's like, you're going to break the freezer. Yeah.
And so how do you come from a family that is entrepreneurial? Did you always see this as an example back home?
Yeah, my parents are really hardworking people. They are teachers for their main job, but they were also doing things on the side because they like to, have some stability for their kids. So they were doing like shirts with logos and printing and things like that. Some entrepreneurial stuff on the side, but their main job was teachers, yeah.
When you were growing up, did you have a dream of what you wanted to become?
I wanted to be a singer, like some sort of Michael Jackson female version, but unfortunately I cannot sing and I'm not gonna do these things, so yeah.
That was my dream too, by the way. I wanted to be a singer and a dancer and an actress, all of it.
A dancer, yes, yeah, being in the scenario and
always in the drama.
Performing, it's entertaining.
And what happened? Did you decide to pursue your career?
I started dancing, actually. Yeah, I did so many dancing classes and things like that. But things got serious because I was in school and I needed to focus on my studies. So I stopped the dance. I didn't have time. I really had to perform, getting good notes and focus. So no more dancing for me.
Did you have a particular goal? Like, were you told, okay, and you need to go to university and then get a job and then get married? What was your upbringing like?
Yeah. Go to school, get good notes, be a good daughter a good example for your brothers.
So are you the oldest sister? Or?
Yeah.
Okay, of how many?
3.
Okay, I can imagine the pressure.
Yeah, I had to always keep the example, but I didn't like that much. I was actually hanging out with the bad kids. I found that really exciting.
What were you finding exciting about it?
Oh, they're just so much fun. Like, I had to, keep the good face and the angel girl. But no, I was exciting to see those kids playing with animals and see what they do with spider. Just playing with the bad kids was always fun for me. But I could not really show that. Yeah.
So walk me through again. You were born in Mexico, raised in Mexico, and then you went to school to Canada, right?
Yes.
Okay, so how did you decide to leave your home country? Because that's obviously a huge step. How did that happen?
It just didn't fit. Like, I did not fit anymore with the society in Mexico. What happens in Mexico is if you shine or if you start trying to become better than the others, they're like, who do you think you are? So, first of all, I went to Canada to study French. And I realized that, wow, people think different here. Seems like here I'm a little bit more accepted or more normal. Like people seem to be more open minded than in Mexico. In Mexico, if I wanted to grow or something, seems like someone wanted to pull me down. And in Canada, I found more opportunities to.
What age are we talking here? At what age are we talking? I mean, you were, I don't know, 16,
I have something
17.
in my ear. I cannot
Okay.
understand any age questions.
No, but I mean, did you go to school, to university, or school time?
School.
Okay. Did you have, because I also come from a very small town in Bulgaria, and I always felt like I didn't belong.
Hmm.
Was there particular period of your life where you were thinking, okay, this cannot be it. I really want to see what's going out, or what's possible out there?
Well, yeah, it was basically just to explore new things. And in Mexico, once I get back to Mexico, I also appreciated lots of stuff, such as the generosity of people or the conversations that I had with my friends or with my brothers. Like, they're so smart. People in Mexico are really, really smart. They know so much compared to many other countries. Like, you kind of have to dig to find meaningful conversations. But in Mexico, people are like, really, they know a lot of stuff and they're pretty nice and they help you. And but yeah, just going to Canada was like a door open for my mind.
So you had this click moment of there is more
Yeah.
there out in the world.
Hmm.
And walk me through what happened afterwards. Where did the journey from Canada lead you to?
Canada was like a freezer. And oh my God, I just could not stand the winters anymore. I knew that I had to grow out of this Canada mind as well. Also, I didn't like the tax system. And one of my friends, two of my friends, they went to audition for Emirates Airlines.
Okay.
They went for an interview and they say, would you like to come with us? I'm like, yeah, but I'm not dressed up for the occasion. They're like, yeah, come and do the interview. I'm like, I'm not ready. I have a summer dress. And we went together to the interview, and surprisingly, all of us ended up being hired.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's how you kicked off a career as airplane
Yeah, flight attendant.
Flight attendant. I was like, what's the word? Okay.
Yeah, chicken girl. Beef, chicken or beef?
Well, I think you have a way more important, or the people there have a way more important job than that. But I think that's the small negative perception of this
It's
profession.
part of the picture. Uh-huh.
What was your journey throughout this period? Were you already looking around for options of how you can grow out of your job, or what was going?
Emirates Airlines was the biggest lesson and one of the, well, until now, the most satisfying stage in my life. It's not just the traveling, it's really interacting with lots of different people, situation, challenges, your own body, going from one time zone to another, coming back and just being exhausted and just pushing yourself again. There was a lot of good things, a lot of bad things, but it was just the best, so much growth. But yes, there was a lot of empty space or a lot of opportunity to growth and to stimulate the mind. So I always did something on the side. I was always reading tons of books. Every time that I had a layover, I used to go to the library or the bookstore and like find what is here, because the books are different in every place.
Yeah.
So every time I had the opportunity, okay, let me get this book. And I was always hungry for more knowledge. So also talking to people, seeing different business models, like how come there's a lineup in this place if they're just selling tea? Like, what are they doing right? And just like that, different business models, I really got curious for that. And I started like thinking towards the end of the Emirates journey, I started thinking, okay, I should just do something on my own. And there was a few projects before I resigned that I wanted to do. And I was like, yes, I'm going to sell sunglasses on Amazon. I have friends that are supermodels. They have their audience. I'm just going to help them. They don't know how to monetize, but I do. So let's combine forces and let's launch a sunglasses brand. Or nobody's talking about testaments, like will seems like a taboo subject. So there's an opportunity there. Let's do it. And yeah, a few things. Just I wanted to, be more creative. I felt like while flying, because it's just a job where I'm receiving a salary, I felt like I was so limited in my creativity. In the end of the day, I had a uniform and I had to behave according to that uniform. If somebody told me something or was throwing some, BS at me, I have to be like, oh, I'm so sorry.
Just accept it because you have no other option, right?
Yeah.
I have many questions, but I want to jump on the book part.
Hmm.
Was there any particular book that you can remember that really, I would say, changed your life or just open up so many new perspectives for you?
I can tell you so many of them, but the most important one, the one that I believe should be a Bible for humanity, is the Tony Robbins one. It's called Unlimited Power.
Okay.
It explains just the basics of how we are different in as human beings, how we learn different. For example, if a kid seems like he's not having really good notes at school, it's not because the kid is stupid. And many people actually, the system teaches to believe that, oh, the kid has a learning problem. It's not that, it's just that the kid learns differently. So this book really uses different methods like NLP and others. So learning those basics, once you know all that, really makes it easier for all of us to go and understand others and ourselves and how things work in the world.
I
So
love
that was
it. Yeah, I haven't heard of that particular one.
mm,
Obviously, everybody, I assume, is familiar with Tony Robbins at this stage. I've read other pieces of his, but definitely writing down is all the listeners on your book advice.
mhm.
So, did you have any escape plan before you decided to leave the flying behind, or were you just like, I'm ready for the next step, whatever it is?
I had a very optimistic escape plan. I
Tell
was
me
so
about it.
ready. And it was also very difficult because I loved my job. Leaving my job, it was really, really hard. But it was either that or me and my creativity and what I could do for others and my contribution to society. So, yeah, I had a plan. Oh, yeah, I'm going to do this. Easy. Ah, of course I can. I know everybody.
I'm gonna quit and then I'm gonna be already successful
Ah,
by the
hell
next
yeah.
day.
I'm going to
Yeah.
buy an apartment, a villa, 2 villas, 5 villas, of course.
And then and then probably reality hit.
Yes.
What happened there? What was the reality hitting experience?
The reality is the dream world is not the real world. And even though we have all of the tools, life is going to surprise you with everything unexpected, no matter how ready you are, no matter how much money you have, no matter how many friends, connections, whatever. Life is like, you think you're ready?
I'm gonna show you
Here,
now.
let me show you. You need a lesson, girl. You think you're ready?
So what
So,
did you start first with? Was it the sunglasses brand?
and no, actually, I went into real estate.
Okay. Tell me about that part.
I had this friend. He's like, "Oh, you will be perfect for real estate, Maria. You
Well,
can do it."
if we're all referring to the what was it, the Netflix series Sunset,
Selling Sunset.
Selling Sunset, it would be the perfect fit indeed.
Thank you.
I
And
would
here is the Burj Khalifa with your penthouse.
exactly. I would directly buy. I'm like, yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
That's not reality either. Okay,
no, the reality of real estate is also a tricky thing, especially in Dubai.
tell me more about that. So somebody told you you can be a great real
Oh yeah,
estater.
a real real estate person.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and
It's not selling a house is not just smiling and here is your apartment, your rooftop with view to the how do you call that, Palm Jumeirah. No, I mean you have to know the knowledge. You really have to be a professional. It's not a game. For any job we do, we have to be prepared and have lots of knowledge. And also the environment for real estate is super competitive. People will do whatever for your client and to make money. And that's not what I do. I really care for people. I really care to, to do things right. And my relationship with my colleagues is really important. So if somebody is going to steal my client or if I have to play dirty for just to make a few pesos, not my game. So
yeah,
eventually I left. Yeah.
was that the reason why you decided to leave that?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you make any money out of it at the end of the day?
Not worth it. No. I mean, it takes time or luck or really determination. But if I don't like what I'm doing, I don't care how much money I will make.
Mm,
Many
yeah,
people do,
I
but not me.
appreciate that. Yeah.
Mm.
Would you say it was a mistake trying that out, or was it just?
No, 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 not a mistake. It was a great lesson.
It's
Mhm.
always right. There's all the things we do sometimes that we wonder, okay,
Yeah.
We should have done that.
Mm.
And then what was the next part of the journey?
Then I got super excited about sunglasses because I had a community of friends that are models. So, you guys have connections in the fashion industry and you're famous on Instagram. You have all these followers on social media. You need to sell something. You cannot just be famous and cute. You need to monetize. You don't have to pay your rent. Why are you struggling? You could be making money out of your what you
Looks.
have, you know? And yeah, we launched a sunglasses brand.
How did that go?
At the beginning was challenges because how do you say that? They step back.
They stepped back. The models, you mean?
Yeah,
Or,
they
okay.
didn't want to continue anymore.
Oh, so were you trying to make it as a collaboration project, or
Kind of, yeah. It was
Okay.
a project together. Yeah.
did you decide to still pursue it afterwards?
Yeah, because the sunglasses were already in production in China.
Okay.
So it was too late to cancel. I already gave the money, the deposit, and I was already with the whole plan. So I'm like, if they're not in, somebody else will, or I can do this myself. So yeah, it's okay. Let's just do it. So I continued.
One step backward again. Have you always had this kind of mindset of trying to look how to build something new or make some money, or how? I'm trying to understand how you function. Were you always like, oh, this could be a business model, or this could be a business model, or what's going through
Absolutely.
your
I
mind?
think one of, this is the feedback that I get from people. One of my strengths is to see the
Potential?
strengths
Okay.
in someone. Like, even if they don't know it yet, I'm like, you're good at this, you're good at that. Sometimes they acknowledge it and they develop it, but some others don't. So those who don't like to pursue their strengths, I just don't say anything anymore. If they know and if they are willing to develop them, they will, because they were meant to do it. But others, they don't even want to put the effort. It's work at the end of the day to develop our strengths.
For sure, and especially only because you see the potential in somebody doesn't mean that they see it themselves, right?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn from the brand development project or the sunglasses development project? What was your through the journey? Because as far as I know, you still have the brand, right?
Yes, I have the
Yes.
brand.
So you pursued even though the collaboration partners went out.
Yeah, there's a lot of good things that came out after eventually, and lots of people that got involved, and it's a good project at the end of the day. What I've learned, everything from production in China, going to talk to the supplier, receiving the wrong order or lots of mistakes in the production, going to fix, talking to influencers, social media, everything, shipping, everything that involves branding, product development, positioning. Yeah, comes with the sunglasses brand.
Did you read any lectures, books around it? Did you get any mentors on the way?
Many, yes. I got a really good mentor, Kian. Kian is an expert in sourcing from China. So actually, we went to Guangzhou together to speak to some suppliers and learn a lot from him, learn a lot from books, learn a lot from online classes and everything, but nothing like the real experience and the real mistakes.
So at this stage, do I get it correctly? You don't have a job anymore and you're all in on the sunglasses brand.
Yeah, the income. I have multiple sources of income. Not
So at this
necessarily.
stage, you already had built some income coming through.
Yeah.
You are not, okay, nothing's coming in the bank. I'm just in building phase.
No, we're prosperous.
I love it. Can you
Yeah.
tell me more about how
Laughs
you
in
did
rich. Sorry. Sorry. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. It cost me a lot. I made lots of mistakes. I was also crying. Now I'm like, no, it also cried a lot.
But can you tell me how you, at this stage, already had built income on the side?
Because I guess because I put eggs in different baskets, number one. Number two, really liking what you do is the most important. Enjoying. When you enjoy what you do, people also feel it. And they will give you good reviews, or they will come back, or they will recommend you to others. So it's a big part of the ingredients for the recipe for success.
The recipe of success. I love that we're baking something here.
Yeah.
The recipe for success.
Yes, we're baking.
Um, how then did your journey continue? What was the next step in your self-made career?
Um, well, after I did the book, and then I continue with Airbnbs, which I've been doing for a long time, and now have other projects. So probably it's seen by a few like, oh, she's all over the place. But honestly, I'm just doing what I like. And eventually I learned to allocate tasks, activities to other
Yeah,
professionals, to other
yeah.
people to help me. And this is how I do everything now.
Well, let's deep dive on the book then. I've seen the
Yes.
book. I still haven't started to read it. I have it on my bookshelf table.
Mhm.
Tell me how you ended up becoming a writer as well.
I always like to write. It's something that probably I have ease to do. And also the language that I use is not very composed sometimes. So I think it was appropriate to create um, a product, but also a service that people needed, such as his testaments. Nobody likes to talk about it. They're like, oh my God, no, 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 death. It's like bad scene. But I've seen the need in people because I've seen also loved ones pass away or friends or when I was working as a flight attendant, I've seen people passed away in front of me unexpectedly. Young people having accidents on the road. We see it every day. It's not that I'm going to die in my deathbed when I'm 80, surrounded by my loved ones. I mean, if this happens, you're lucky. The reality is very different. Since we are here in the belly of mama, death is already inevitable. We're gonna die. And it can happen anytime because this is the only thing that we have for sure.
Did you have a particular experience that happened to you that made you deep dive in this topic? Or because you don't wake up thinking of, oh, I'm going to write now a book about testaments, right?
Yes.
So, how did you end up there?
Seeing people having all this struggle when all the problems could have been prevented just by someone taking a decision, being responsible to face the fear, get some knowledge, and just do it. When we have this knowledge, we can avoid so much struggle. It's not that, oh, I don't have any properties or I'm too young or, but what do I have to do? Really, it's a responsibility that we have. If we pass away right now, the cemetery will get our ages of experience, right? We will be generational thieves if we don't contribute to society with something. Besides that, it's really avoiding the pain to your family, avoiding the mess to your friends, saying the things that you didn't get to say to someone. We don't really think about these things, but it will happen, you know? So I've just seen all the trouble that people pass through, and I know it can be prevented with a little bit of knowledge, a little bit of courage, a little bit of love. You put all together, you just take 1 day, 2 days. You can write your will. It's not even that expensive, you know? There's a lot of misconceptions. Oh, it's so expensive, it's so much trouble. It's the easiest thing that you can do. You can even just do something, some document with a proper format. You go to a notary, he will validate your signature, and you have a will. And it's much better. Trust me, like, would you like your bank account to be frozen just because?
No, you're absolutely right. And I even have this at my family where my grandmother, she passed away, I would say 2 years ago now. And I found it unbelievable that until the last day they didn't speak about who's gonna get what, because she had a house and a villa and whatsoever, and it was left not up to her, or not, that's wrong to say, but she was like, you deal with it, and then after she passes, my family members had to see how to split it and to be equal whatsoever. But then even for them to ask her was such a big thing that I was like, I really don't understand it. She's still alive. And you don't ask for this opinion, and their perspective, I think it's a bit of a mentality,
Mm-hmm.
was she's still alive. You can't talk about property division or whatsoever. And I can understand it, but at the same time I cannot, because you probably know how many families fall apart after a debt and they just fight over whatsoever,
Mm-hmm.
over just talking it through while you're alive. So I think what you do makes so much sense and so valuable, or the knowledge you share with your book. And at the same time, it's such a taboo topic. It's
Yeah, it
like,
is.
oh, God forbid we don't talk about it. But it's
Yeah.
gonna happen, just as you said. What does your family think about that part? Do they know about the book?
My parents are super supportive. Some of my family members didn't like it. They thought it was an attack to some
Against?
people.
Okay.
But in the end of the day, the person who I'm honoring with this work is someone who always wanted to give more to society, and she contributed a lot. So I think she will be really proud of me if she knew what I'm doing. She will be super proud. So that's what I take from it. And I'm not gonna cry. No, yeah, that's my win.
Is
Knowing that
this
she will be proud. Yeah.
is this a family member, if I can ask?
Yes.
I can appreciate that. Thank you for sharing. Are you proud of it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. When people tell me that they read the book, that they feel it's useful, that it's gonna change something in their mindset, or they're gonna take action, that's it. That's my pay. Hmm.
Did you? We can cut that out if you want. Did you create the book as a business opportunity as well, or just because you wanted to share value and help others?
Both. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a
Yeah,
business
no, I
girl.
appreciate that. I love the transparency. Yeah.
Yes.
We shouldn't be trading our time for free. I can
Hmm.
imagine the whole process was quite long, though, to collect all the information of what's relevant and then to put it all together, write it down, then get it approved, published.
Yeah, it's a whole process to write a book. First of all, writing down your ideas, and then doing proof. How do you say it? A
Validation. Yeah.
validation to make sure that what you're saying is
Proof of
actually
concept.
accurate. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna go and write
Yeah.
a book and say BS. I had to really get it revised by lawyers, do lots of research, go to places, talk to people, and just make sure that I was doing something accurate and more,
How
not only
long
just a
was the.
basic document. Probably a year and a half, almost two
Okay.
years. Hmm.
When did you officially launch it?
I think 2 years ago.
Has it been going well?
No, wait, a year ago. Yeah, it's well, but it works better when I go and talk in person.
Yeah. Did it give it all?
Give It All was also one of the events.
Yes.
Yeah.
I appreciated you being our first speaker on stage in Bali edition of Give It All.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was cool. It was fun.
Yes. Well, thank you for supporting us back then. That's how we got to know each other.
Yes.
And then what happened? What's after the book? You said the next investment into properties.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Bali Villa.
Bali Villa, the Pyramidas.
Yes.
You said that, or is that, if I remember correctly, top 10 properties in Bali?
It's in the top 10%
Okay.
of all the properties in Bali because of the guest reviews and the services. And yeah.
How did you end up in Bali to begin with?
The airplane.
Landed in Denpasar, and here I was.
A few years ago, yeah, I just keep coming back. I found it a good place to develop creativity. I was about to go back to Mexico, but Bali had more cool people like you guys to, just collaborate or just live.
You, before that, already knew something about investment in properties, right? But Bali is a bit different.
Yes.
It's a special case.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do like big research before on jumping on here? Can you walk me through that process?
Yeah, I've done some research. I had some experience back in Canada, in Mexico, and in Dubai. In real estate, I got some knowledge, so I was confident to come and do it in Bali as well. Also, really like hospitality, and I had super host status before, so I was like, okay, let's do it in Bali. But yeah, that's another
I know
another fun
firsthand that
experiment.
exactly. Bali is a bit different than any other country you might be
Very.
in. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you still happy about this step that you've taken?
Yeah. I learn a lot, but I need to move forward. Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea where this forward might? mean
At
or
the
look?
moment, probably the Airbnb will just be paused, but that's one of my strengths, so I will have to continue eventually. But yeah, I have other exciting projects.
Would you like to share something already? Something in the kitchen cooking or not yet?
I like to do instead talking about it, but I'll just say something in Korea because
Okay.
Korea is booming at the moment. Lots of opportunities there, super exciting. And yeah.
You're very brave, right? I mean, it's just not very common. I mean, it's common in entrepreneurial women, but not common in every second women that they have this energy of, oh, I see it, I can sense it, I need to go there. How did you develop this skill of just taking the next step and taking the risk and going with the head ahead?
Probably because I've done already so many mistakes in the past that I'm not scared anymore. Like, what is the worst that can happen?
I don't know, lose some money probably. Or
But money always comes back.
if that's your mindset around it, probably, yeah.
When you trust yourself and your skills, you know that you're gonna be okay no matter what. If you don't trust yourself and if you don't believe it, then it's whatever you think.
Were you always like such a diva and believing in yourself, or did
No,
you have to develop that throughout the years?
I have to develop it to survive. If I don't believe in myself, who will?
I fully agree. Don't get me wrong. I fully agree. But I
Yeah.
think there's always different journeys of how you develop this, I would say, inner power.
Hmm.
For me personally, it was through my parents being very supportive of in my teenage years. They would always tell me that I should grow as a strong and independent woman. So
Hmm.
it was already in my mind at any stage of my life, I am strong and independent because that's how I was raised, right?
Hmm.
So every time I would encounter a challenge or a difficult situation, as you said, which I love so much, my mindset would be, okay, this is pretty bad, but I know that I can trust myself to handle it and I will handle it
Hmm.
because I'm strong and independent woman. So for me, my family was a big factor of building this confidence and knowing that whatever comes, I can face it.
Hmm.
What was it for you that made you trust in yourself and build the power that you've built?
Surviving the mistakes and overcome the problems and just standing up again and again and again becomes a habit.
Can you think, or did you have any like super low phases in your life where you really were in need of help, but didn't know what to do with it or who to reach out to? So you had to get up again on your own, only with your own power.
Yeah.
How do you do that? Because I think it's very like just trust yourself, right? We hear that a lot.
Hmm.
But if you've built a character, it's way easier to tell yourself, just trust yourself. What if I am not there yet? What if our listeners now know that they can trust themselves, but still don't trust themselves to 100%? What would be your advice on how to build that trust?
People must believe in something. God, energy, karma, something. Doing good to others, you must find your purpose. Once you find your purpose, everything will make sense. Or if you have a goal, or if no matter what, especially I think like for me, particularly believing in God was huge because I know that as a daughter of God, no matter what happens to me, I'm backed up. So it's having that faith, knowing that no matter what they say or no matter how lonely or how wrong things went, like God is gonna back me up. Or my parents, also. My parents, oh my God, such a big support. And yeah, when I felt the lowest in my life, it was very challenging. Very, very challenging. It happened once and it never happened again. But that lesson put me where I am today. And it was a big, big price to pay. And it was really painful. But I think pain makes you stronger eventually.
Was it a financial hit or just
No,
personal, emotional
it was someone.
relationship?
Yeah.
Okay. They always hit deep, don't they?
Yeah. I mean, now I see it differently. But back in the day, it was a big, big lesson.
And especially if you were in your young years,
Yeah.
that makes such a
Hmm.
difference. We're just young, naive, and
We become fragile. I mean, we are fragile. Yeah, it hurts the most. Broken hearts are like a recipe for success eventually if you know how to manage your emotions or direct that energy into something better.
do you have any tools or practices of your own on how you build that confidence or how you get through difficult situations? Like a toolbox or
I have many tools, but I will just say it's a mix of knowledge coming from different sources, curiosity for knowing that you don't know everything, but there's a lot to learn, asking, um, stay open minded, and just believing and continue putting the work and asking for guidance to whoever is there, to send you whatever you need to receive, opening your arms,
yeah.
and also giving. You get a lot from giving too.
Are you a manifester?
Yes, big time.
Yeah. Do you just say, "Oh, I'd love to have that," and then suddenly it's there?
No, no, but I believe it, and usually, since I learned that manifesting thing is more, it gets easier. Yeah.
What was? Can you recall maybe one or many um, moments that really changed or made a big switch in your personality or how you approach things, life, business, relationships?
I can tell you an example that happened here in Bali because it's recent. That's what I can remember. After being in Dubai for 9 years or so, I came back to Bali. Well, I came to Bali to settle. And I thought that here was also like Dubai, safe, people were nice. And I started here my business as with that mentality. But oh my God, I got hit in the head literally because reality is really different here. People come from all over the world, they behave differently. It's not like you're safe. You cannot really leave your phone there. Actually, my phone got stolen.
Here in Bali?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Oh
really?
my God, the things that have happened in Bali.
Really? I consider Bali still to be quite safe, but I know that it's not as safe as my
We have to be
perception.
cautious. Dubai is a bubble, super safe. And many places are. So I was so used to that. I always still think, oh, I don't have to watch out. But here I learned to watch out again.
You mean just as a person or for somebody trying to do something bad to you or steal from you
People
or
as well, yeah. People, I had some guests, they left, they stole 17 nights without paying. I know. I was just trusting
17?
them. Yeah,
Wow.
I was nice. I was like, don't worry, you can pay me later.
I can tell you're a nice person. Which makes me wonder through you being too nice,
Yeah,
has that played a very bad role in your business relationships?
absolutely. Yeah. But I'm Mexican. Like, what can we do? I'm naturally
This is how I
sweet.
am.
No, that comes from my Mexican side. Being nice is something that we Mexicans have. And then people also take advantage or they consider us fake. Oh my gosh, she's faking it. She's being a hypocrite.
Have you changed something after being taken advantage of?
Yeah, I just learned to don't give everything right away or to, of course, when it's about professional relationships, it's very different. I'm a very different person. I'm not that nice when it comes to business. But if I see like the other person is nice, then I'm like, okay, and then I can be myself. I can be nice again.
What would you say is the main quality that you look out for in the other person when doing business?
Um, how they treat others, number one. Number two, that they're enjoying what they're doing. Number three, probably how much work and effort they put into their business. Like you can tell if they're really active. They don't have to show results right away, but if they're trying and if they're open minded to learn more or to fix their mistake, that's really valuable.
Are you the type of person who will trust their gut when it goes to deals and making business deals?
Yeah, I trust my gut, but sometimes also I don't know. what will happen. So if I have to make a decision, I'll just sometimes hope for the best.
And hope that the outcome will be, yeah, the
Yeah.
best it can be. Hmm. Um. You said you have a few projects cooking right now in the kitchen. Is there something you're very excited about that's coming up for you? Like, what's your motivation every morning now is a project that you're working on?
For the project that is coming in Korea, there's lots of green flags. The people that I'm working with at the moment seem to be also on the same page. So things are just happening naturally, which is really nice. And also, I've decided that I'm gonna stop playing that small. I feel like I'm playing small.
You want to scale now as a
Yeah.
big business lady?
Yeah, I want to do projects with more impact, with more revenue. I feel like I've just done things for fun and because I could, but now I'm ready to go bigger.
Would you say would you define yourself as a strong, independent woman?
No,
How would you then?
I'm just Maria Azul. I don't like this strong, independent woman image. I don't even defend it. I don't like it.
Well, I'm asking because you obviously are one, even if you like it or not. And I'm curious to what extent it has affected also your personal life and personal relationship with men, because men nowadays are a bit triggered by somebody who is having a good life on their own, doing a lot of things,
I'm loving this question.
and might be outdoing them even. So,
Mhm.
how has that affected your life?
A little bit, but if a man is scared of me, it's just the reflection. Why will they be scared of me? I'm just a girl. If they feel scared of someone like me or strong women in general, speaks more about them.
I fully agree. I fully see it this way, and it just projects their insecurities, in my opinion. And I do think that we need more, even if we don't want to put them in the strong, independent women category, we just need more women who own their voice, who speak their truths, that follow their dreams, that do businesses and do whatever they want, and
Mhm.
still can have great partners that are very supportive of them and
Exactly.
keep on, holding their backs and walk with them through their journeys.
That's so true. Men and women is a partnership. We're a team. We can do things that they cannot do, and they can do things that we cannot do. And when we learn that and when we respect that, is when great things happen. It's just like when relationship like yours bloom because we're willing to accept our responsibility and not pretend that I'm a strong woman or I'm a strong guy or I don't need you. I don't need. We all need each other.
I fully agree with that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Has this, to go back again to my question, has this influenced how your relationships turn out because of the things you do?
The thing is that I cannot dim my light, and this shows eventually. So, for some reason, I tend to like people that are fun or something. When it comes to relationships, I don't really look for the rich guy or the super powerful guy. I choose someone who I'm in good mood with or who I can have fun or explore. And then some tend to feel less, and then it's when things don't work because whatever they're thinking. So no, but now it's good. Now it's good. Now, thank God, someone is actually with not mentality anymore, and
Yeah.
now it works. Now I'm happy.
Can you share some experience? Or have you dated men that have been doing way better than you? And have you dated men that have been doing way worse than you? And what was the difference between the types?
For some reasons, the guys who are doing better than me are my friends, and there's
Okay.
no really romantic relationship. But because I just want to have fun and explore or travel or something, usually the guys that I've been with have been not into business too much. So,
Interesting.
hmm
Were you chasing just the fun part, or
probably I just wanted some company or just to watch a movie together or to have a nice
Interesting.
conversation. I didn't really see like, oh, or maybe I just haven't. Well, not yet. No, wait. Probably I just met someone that is good finally. But yeah, it was not that easy from my side. And I've been all over the world. I've traveled. I've had many friends, but I was not interested for some reason.
I find it interesting because in my bubble, in my mind, if I have a partner next to me who's doing worse financially than I am, I just don't think this can work out on the long term.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I think it's just so deeply engraved in my mind and in my brain from my background and family, which was very typical, even though my mother has worked her whole life, not just like, oh, the mom doesn't do anything and just raises the kids. But like my father was always the provider. So I feel like if my partner is doing worse than me, I would just not be able to handle that very well. Because I would just be like, even though our roles are way different than they used to be, I'm not sure I can accept this moderation of it.
Yeah, probably becomes from the ideas that we have from the different countries that we come from. In Mexico, super humble, like, oh, you marry for love, you have to find the love of your life, and it's super romanticized. And I
Is
think
it
I grew up,
really?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And I noticed in Europe it's a little bit different. So also
It
in
depends on
Asia,
the yeah, I think it depends on
yeah.
the culture because Europe is obviously, super multicultural. But for example,
Mm-hmm.
in my I would say Balkans and like Eastern Europe is similar to Latin America, and I'll tell you why. Family is very important.
Yes.
It's very very important, and even though you want to look for provider whatsoever, you still want to look for love and happiness at the first place. So I
Mm-hmm.
would say it's very similar, but Central Europe is different. Then
Mm-hmm.
you're looking what's the degree, what's the job, what's the where the family comes from whatsoever. So I would say they see things more materialistic, maybe if that's correct
Probably,
to
which
say.
makes sense. I wish I could have also a little bit of that when I was growing up, but it was really different, you know? We have las novelas, which is
Uh-huh.
all about romance and ideal and like,
You
oh my
just look
God.
at him and you melt and you
Yes, and the
fall in
love.
love.
Yes, it's
Oh.
different. But I really love, admire, for example, Middle Eastern mentality. The man is the provider, the woman is a home. What a life, you know?
Is it though? Would you change? Would you
No, 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 no.
change?
No, I
That's
wouldn't.
that's the question. So that's why this podcast is here. It's called Not Just His Plus One. Because in this part of the world, there's a lot of just being a plus one.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mind if you're a plus one just because you chose to be, but I mind when you are told you have to be. So you can't grow, do your ideas whatsoever. And I wonder, sure, in the best case, I would be also one day a wifey that doesn't have to work much whatsoever, but because I consciously have built something. And then I allocate the time as I want it to be allocated, not because since I'm so dependent, I need to do what I'm told to do. And
Yeah.
this dependency thing, it just fully bugs me. The fact that the moment this man leaves you and you have mostly no education, no income, no
Mm-hmm.
skills, and you have to look for the next one to support you for the next one. This is just like my biggest horror story.
Yeah.
Just scares me.
Because you have in you this fire and this power and this personality. But so not all the women think like that. Many women really want to be at home doing nothing and going to the spa and going shopping. This is their life. They're happy like this. I have many friends like that.
Yeah, but they trade their bodies and their souls to have the lifestyle.
Not necessarily. Some of them are actually really happy. This is what they want.
Yeah, but in exchange for what?
All of us pay a price for the life that we have.
Okay, so you exchange something, your soul, your body, for materialistic gains.
Probably they have, look, it will be depending on the woman. I've met women that are like that, they're really happy. I've met women that actually their goal is to reach that level of comfort and to find that husband that is provider, and they don't care what he does. We're not like that. I'm not like that.
And that's why you're on the podcast and with your friends. Otherwise, I mean,
Should we bring one of those friends to see
no,
what they have to say?
no, thank you. They can go to another podcast.
Yeah.
I can appreciate. I am pro women for everything, and women should support women. I just, as I said, struggle a bit with this mindset of
Mm.
I'm not gonna do anything and you're gonna provide for me, and then I'm gonna just support you to make more money. Oh, I just like
Yeah, or
my
have kids or
inside.
take care of the house. Yeah.
You can do that for sure. Please do that.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm just these high expectations of you having to pay for my amazing lifestyle, and all I do is look pretty. Just no, I can't accept it. And I know
Yeah,
many other women would might judge that and think that's the dream, but well, not for the women who are listening and sitting here.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's right.
Love it. Do you have? I have a combo, 5 combo questions that I'm gonna need my phone for. But do you have any other topics you would like to cover?
No, I'm good. I'm
You're
actually very
good.
private. I'm
Okay.
feeling exposed now.
Well, you agreed to be on that podcast, girl.
It's
So
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
yeah.
Let's go. Let's answer the questions.
So gorgeous, Maria. I have for all my guests 5 questions that are a bit deep. However, I want them not to overthink them and just answer from what comes up first in their minds. So that's
Okay.
why you have 5 minutes for 5 questions. So we keep it short.
Okay.
And kicking off with the first question. What's the boldest move you've made that no one really knows about?
Keeping a strong face, even though inside is like, oh, broken.
Burning and falling down properly.
Yeah, I cannot show that. Or they're gonna eat me alive. I'm a woman.
Do you have to do that often? Do you need to keep?
Not often, but I have to sometimes, especially when I'm in business. People want to take advantage. Oh, she's just a girl.
She's such a girl, yeah. Such
No,
a cute one.
no.
Such a naive one.
Sorry,
Oh,
I'm not.
take advantage. I love it.
Smiling, 'cause I'm always smiling. Oh, they think they can
Easy
play with
target.
me.
Love that. So
Mhm.
good. What's one thing you're proud of that rarely gets acknowledged? Yeah.
I'm proud of being Mexican.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
I love that. I appreciate that a lot. But you're a tall Mexican, Maria. Are you sure
Yeah.
there's no other mixtures in there?
Yeah, there's a few. I'm going to do a DNA test
Oh, I love that. I
to
would
see
love to do
what's
the-
going on in the
Yeah.
DNA story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Are your other family members tall as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
For
You should
Mexicans,
show me
we're
your
tall.
family. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Third question. What matters the most to you at this stage of your life?
Of course, love, a stable relationship, purpose, continue to do what I do with meaning, causing impact, of course, financial stability, and of course, having fun. Oh my God, I love having fun. If I don't have fun or if I don't travel, it's like, oh, what's the point?
What's the
Something's
purpose?
missing.
Yeah.
Hmm. Mm.
What does this podcast title evoke for you in your own story? Not just his plus one.
I like this title because it's giving room for women to express something that might feel oppressed in society or just seeing the girl as a pretty item. We spoke about how men and women should complement each other, and this is when the magic happens. When a man shines and the woman is shining as well, and then they help each other to shine even more, it's amazing. So I really
Love
like
it.
that.
Yeah, that's exactly it. You brought it on point. Seriously, it's not about
Mm.
being better or overdoing or overpowering. It's about you shine with your own light. You said it so perfectly, and I shine with my own light, and we come together to shine even better. I love
Of
that so
course, you
much.
can do
Yeah.
magic. Like when people are together, you can be not only a power couple, like a power couple can achieve many, many things, but really you can just have a joyful existence.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah.
In a great relationship. Oh my God.
Yeah, which is the goal in the end of the day. When you ask people, like, what's your goal? To be happy. And this happens when you are good with yourself, with your femininity, and the guy is doing also his masculinity. It's amazing.
Yeah. Oh, I wish and hope that the relationship you are in is that. I've got my final question for you before we wrap up this beautiful conversation.
Okay.
This podcast is for women who know they're meant for more.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your piece of advice for these women who know that they're meant for more, who are feeling stuck and don't know where to begin with?
Number one, always pursue knowledge. Continue to learn every single day. Don't think that you know it all. Don't stay stubborn. If we think we know it all, nothing is going to happen. Number two, have faith and don't be scared. Even though you're super scared or you feel like someone doesn't have your back or there's no money or even if you're dying inside, doesn't matter. Just fake it. Go ahead, face the world. And number three, really do what you're meant to do for fun because you like things that you're doing. Don't think about the money. The money will come anyways. Somehow. There's money everywhere. There's enough for all of us. So think for your talents, develop your talents, go and do good for others. Just find joy, be joyful, and you will be successful eventually. For sure.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
I really appreciate these 3 steps, and especially the first one. It caught me by surprise. Knowledge. It makes so much sense, right? Get curious, see what's going on, what's out there, expand your horizons, and it can do magic for you.
Knowledge is always your best tool. Knowledge is like having a gun and being ready to step up whenever something happens to you.
I would
If
say
you
even
know,
different guns because you
Yeah.
can access all the
yeah, and when someone wants to take advantage of you or they try to fool you or scam you or especially nowadays, lots of scamming out there. But if you know, nothing against that.
Do you have a favorite book you're reading right now you want to share with us?
10x rule.
Okay, by who?
I finished it. Grant Cardone.
Okay, what is it
Yes.
about?
It's just putting your goals, set your goals, and then doing 10 times bigger. But also not just the goals, but also the work that you put into your goals.
Deep stuff.
Yeah,
Sense.
it's gonna take you far. It sounds ambitious, but it really works.
Besides business and projects you have going on, do you have any personal goals for this year, this quarter?
Personal goals, yeah, probably just travel a little bit more, have a little bit more fun. This year has been a lot of work here in Bali with the villa, so I would like to go and explore a little bit more, go back to Brazil, do something. Caipirinha, picanha, pão de queijo, samba,
What's your favorite type of holiday? Are you the I lay on the beach person, or I go to a country and I do all the crazy adventures type of?
Adventures.
Yeah,
Yeah,
love it.
yeah. You should come with me.
Yeah, maybe we should travel together.
Sometime.
Yeah, but you're still in Bali a bit, right?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, for now.
Mhm.
For now.
For now, we never know.
Maria, it was a pleasure having you on this beautiful episode. Thank you for opening up, even though you're not this type of person that wants to share so many things. But I know you're trying to build your personal brand. So I really hope that with this episode, we're setting the first ground base for your positioning and rebranding and just showing yourself more out there and sharing your beautiful story.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you so much.
And you're doing great with this podcast. I really wish you lots of success, connections, and anything you wish, really.
Thank you.
I
And
hope it
beautiful,
happens.
gorgeous women like you in this beautiful chair.
Thank
Aim
you.
into that.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks,
Luisa.
Luisa. Fighting.
Yay, it's a wrap.
Woo.
I'm just